Experts calls for funding policy overhaul in waste management to tackle environmental crises. A Dawn, Professor of Chemical Engineering at the University of Ilorin, Professor Rafiu Olasunkanmi Yusuf, has urged Nigerian authorities at all levels to scale up investment in sustainable waste and emissions management, warning that inadequate funding, outdated policies, and poor infrastructure are stalling progress in the fight against environmental degradation. Delivering the university's 286th Inaugural Lecture titled Waste Stream and Emissions Management for Sustainable Development, Professor Yusuf warned that Nigeria is falling further behind in achieving environmental sustainability if the government fails to embrace emerging technologies such as waste-to-energy and advanced bioremediation. Professor Yusuf highlighted the technological barriers facing his field, calling for urgent investment in infrastructure to support the deployment of cutting-edge techniques like anaerobic digestion, gasification, and pyrolysis, stating that these technologies not only reduce environmental waste but also generate renewable energy, offering a dual solution to Nigeria's energy and waste crisis.
The field of environmental engineering, particularly waste management, bioremediation, and emission, is faced with several key challenges, and this is why it could find them. So, the government should fund researches in environmental engineering. 2. Infrastructure should be provided to hasten the implementation of cutting-edge technologies, such as advanced bioremediation techniques. The mechanism for enforcing environmental regulations should be strengthened. Sustainability solutions should be found to address environmental issues. Government should intensify efforts with several emerging trends and technology advances. Advances in waste technology should be intensified so as to increase the immense potential for expanding energy recovery efforts.
In a chat with Rulers World News Media after the academic historic event, the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Ilorin, Professor Wahab Egbewole, extolled the inaugural lecturer, Professor Yusuf, for his doggedness and unrelenting sacrifice in a quest to learn and make impact. He described him as an astute researcher and a seasoned teacher, which makes his success not to have come as a surprise.
He's a teacher's teacher. He is an unassuming academic. He is a scholar of repute and administrator par excellence.
The wife and the children of Professor Yusuf equally lauded and expressed their pride towards their dad's achievement, described him as a teacher, an elite, and an erudite lecturer whose erudition keeps motivating them as they passes by.
I thank Almighty Allah because without God, nothing can be possible. With all the stress and the strains that is there, we are able to navigate. And at the end of the day, we thank Almighty Allah that He achieved the success of both the professorship and this delivery of this inaugural lecture. So we are all been working towards it, and today we thank God it's been achieved.
He craves knowledge. He craves knowledge. He's a seeker of knowledge. He loves to do research, and I wasn't surprised at the outcome of all of his research work. It was a very wonderful outing. I'm very proud of him, and it was a very beautiful presentation, honestly. Even though I didn't know most of the technical terms, oh well, he sounded so good, and we are all proud of him.
Also, I'm also an engineer just like you, and by special grace of God, I'll also become a doctor in the future. So you can actually see the motivation there already, because my going into the engineering field was inspired by growing up seeing him as an engineer, and his wife too as an engineer too was a big inspiration. And also the fact that he pursued the academic line and he made it easier to understand what you talk about, you understand what you do.
It's a joyous moment for him and the entire family. We are so grateful to God for making this day a reality. We are grateful to his colleagues, his mentors, and the whole family at large. We are grateful to everyone who has made this day a chief one and a possible one.
Dr. John Famodimu, a secondary schoolmate of the celebrant Professor Yusuf at Offa Grammar School 1975 set, described him as a focused and disciplined colleague who on set has demonstrated brilliancy with excellent performance throughout their youthful 80 present. Another Offa Grammar School friend of him, Mr. Abdulfatah Ejima, who was in attendance to celebrate and felicitate him on the significant milestone, demystified the love that radiated between them despite a decade of parting ways as a college students.
The journey from secondary school to now very, very interesting. So we were there all together for 71 to 75, 1A, 2A, 4 science and 5 science, one of the best in the class. That's why we are all here to celebrate him.
The highlight of the event are the presentation of award and a special refreshment organized in honor of Professor to add taste and glamour to the event. The memorable event held at the University Main Auditorium witnessed dignitaries across spheres of the world, academians, researchers, students, as well as well-wishers. Professor Rafiu Olasunkanmi Yusuf, FNSCHA, MNSA, AMNIM, is a university lecturer of repute at the Department of Chemical Engineering and Technology, University of Ilorin, Nigeria, with inferior academic excellence of Bachelor of Science, Master of Science, and PhD from the Obaru. Sheriff Oyewole, Rulers of Television News.